Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome to Wrestling in Color. I want to go ahead and get into a conversation real quick with you about where's the women's evolution going? What happened to the women's evolution after Ronda Rousey departed after WrestleMania? It seems like the year Ronda Rousey spent doing her thing, she was put at the top of the bill. She immediately won the women's Raw Championship. Everything revolved around her. And after WrestleMania, everything seems to have gone downhill. Everything has been going downhill prior to WrestleMania, but once she got on the bill, it seemed like the focus was on the women, and the women all of a sudden were getting all these opportunities. But once Ronda leaves the scene, it's like all the opportunities dried up. And this wild card rule doesn't help the situation at all. It's a lot of things that is going on that I don't like. I don't like the appearance of the women being pushed. There's no variety. Becky just got lucky because us, the fans, wanted Becky. Prior to that, Becky wasn't going anywhere because Vince didn't like her accent. The blonde hair, blue-eyed, I guess, quote-unquote bombshell has always been the formula for WWE because Vince, apparently, that's what he likes. That's probably how his wife used to look, Linda, you know. And that's what always has been promoted was blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits. I mean, lack of ass, even if ass meat is hanging out. That was the face of the women's division. Then NXT came along, and you had the four horsewomen, which was Becky, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. They didn't look anything like what was being pushed. Well, Charlotte has gotten enhancements since then. I honestly think Bayley is in the position she's in because Vince and everybody wants to stick in the shot. Sasha, the way Sasha has been being treated is egregious, and we see where Becky's at right now, and her storyline has transformed into her being in a relationship, whether real or online, with her man, who she is going to be the man in the relationship. So we can look forward to more jokes about her having the pants and probably, fucking Seth from the back. Who knows? But I go online and I'm looking at different fights and matches, and Raw and SmackDown is nothing compared to what I just witnessed with Io Shirai and Shayna Baszler on NXT in a cage match. They were given the opportunity to go. I think it was either between 5 and 10 minutes, 15 minutes even, of some good women's wrestling, and a good story was told. But when you go and look at Raw and SmackDown, these women are acting like high school kids. Okay? Right now, Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, is enthralled in a feud with Lacey Evans, who I'm going to ask y'all to explain to me what Lacey Evans' character is. They mentioned that she was a Marine. She was an MP in the Marines. She has a daughter who she put in blackface, but that's a different story. And she said some homophobic comments, but I guess that's not big of a deal as it was for Lars. She was a Marine, an MP. She apparently has this rough upbringing. And then when she comes to the floor, finally her character is a sassy Southern belle who is currying favor in the back to get what she wants, and she uses her assets to get what she needs to get. So you're essentially telling me that Lacey Evans is a whore. And if that is the case, do we really want Lacey Evans to be the face of the Raw Women's Division? The face of the entire WWE, because Raw is the flagship show? So you really going to put the belt on a whore? Because that is what you're pushing. So if anyone wants to sit here and tell me she's not a whore, she literally said, I curry favor and use what I want to get what I need. And then she got in the ring and hooked the ropes. And I'm thinking like, Why is she so oversexed and sexed up? Is that what y'all think sassy Southern belles were? Thirsty to get fucked? I don't understand. So that's going to be the top of the food chain in WWE, Lacey Evans. And let me tell you something. If she wins at Extreme Rules, I'm not going to be mad, because that would literally solidify what I'm saying. It's going to validate what I'm saying. Becky Lynch is there because the audience, because we refuse to do what WWE was trying to steer us to do. Because the face of the company was going to be Charlotte. Okay? When Ronda left, Charlotte was next in line. As of late, Charlotte is right now giving her boyfriend Andrade Cien Almas support because he lost his mom. So that's why she's not on TV. But believe me, when she comes back, she's going straight to the front of the line. Then you have Bayley. She's a SmackDown Women's Champion. Only reason why she's there is because WWE is pissed off at Sasha. Bayley just recently called out Liv Morgan. She said, y'all want to fight? Anybody want to fight me? I'm ready. I'm ready to do this championship. We ready to get it going. This was after Stomping Grounds. But somehow, Alexa Bliss is going to get another match with Bayley. This match at Stomping Grounds was terrible. The match in 2017 was terrible. Every match Alexa Bliss is in with Bayley is terrible. But somehow she's going to get another match after this past Monday. The stipulation was, when Nikki Cross wins, Alexa Bliss can get a championship match with Bayley. How and why? Bayley, so far, I'm shocked she even got the belt this long. All the women on SmackDown Bayley could be coming up against, and here's Alexa Bliss, who's a Raw superstar in Bayley's fucking face. Let's not even talk about the Iconics. Yeah, they giggle and sniggle and they make y'all laugh. Tag Team Women's Championship. Those belts were made specifically for Sasha Banks and Bayley. And they were taken, unceremoniously is the word that I want to say. They were taken off of Bayley and Sasha and placed on the Iconics. That pissed Sasha off, because that is not what the plan was. And we all know what the plan was. The plan was for them to go to Raw, SmackDown, and NXT and defend those belts. Defend those belts and give them credibility. Build up a women's tag team division. That was the point of the belts. Guess what the belts are doing? They just lost in Tokyo against the Kabuki Warriors, because the stipulation was, if the Kabuki Warriors win on the road in Tokyo, they can then come and get a tag team title match against the Iconics. Will it be on SmackDown or will it be in Extreme Rules? I'm going to say it's going to be Extreme Rules, because them tag titles weren't on any pay-per-views after Raw. After WrestleMania. They weren't on Stomping Grounds. They weren't in Saudi Arabia. They weren't barely on TV. And when they were on TV, they were giggling in the background. NXT. Shayna Baszler, in my opinion, is one of the best women's champions that the WWE, when it comes to women, have right now. She got it all. She's a heel. She's a bitch on wheels. And if they ever decide to move Shanna up, Shanna needs to go to Raw and dominate. That's it. It's no way you can fuck up Shanna Baszler. She can't be a face, because she don't even look like a happy woman. She looks like a heel, okay? She's out there dominant in the NXT, giving you good matches with the girls. And NXT UK, I don't watch. So Toni Storm, I saw her in the Mae Young Classic. I wasn't impressed, but a lot of you all think she's hot, and I guess you want to see it. So there you go, Toni Storm right there. So when you go and you look at what's going on TV, you see Alexa Bliss on both shows. You see her on Raw, doing the moment of piss, and then you see her on SmackDown doing a moment of piss and talking shit to Bayley. I don't know where Alicia Fox is. You know, Alicia Fox could use a hard reset and be a bad bitch that she is. She's a gorgeous woman. She may have an alcoholic problem. Go ahead, send her through rehab, reset her character, let her come out and do some scissor kicks on some bitches. That's one black woman, right? Let me keep tally of the black women in the WWE. You got one, okay? Then we go down, Asuka. Y'all destroyed Asuka. I'll never forgive how y'all took that belt off Asuka for no fucking reason except to have two belts go into the WWE. You took it off her going to WrestleMania. You took the belt off of her and threw her ass in the garbage. Then you paired her up with Kairi Sane. Why did you call Kairi Sane up? Who the fuck knows? Who knows? Because now they paired up and y'all going to talk about the Kabuki Warriors. You got a pirate and an empress. I don't know when the Kabuki comes in, but everyone's so fucking smart. Let's see, who else we got here? Alright, we going down the pictures. Brie Bella is still signed. Nikki, I believe Nikki is retired because she had a cyst on her brain from that when she wrecked her neck. So Brie Bella says she ain't coming back because she wants to have more children. Carmella was brunette for a second. When she realized ain't shit was going on, she went back to being blonde. Now she's been riding R-Truth back through the audience with this 24/7 shit. Ever since the Mix Match Challenge. 7-minute dance break. Now she's in 24/7 running around with R-Truth. I guess you gotta make the best of your TV time, right? So she's on both shows. Because wherever the belt goes, she goes. Okay, then we got Charlotte Flair. I already told you Charlotte will be back and she will be in a title picture immediately. If she's not going one-on-one with somebody in the title picture, she's going to be in a triple threat. Guaranteed. She's blonde. She got her big tits done. Her ass meat hangs out. Y'all seem to be turned on by her. She will always be in the picture. And she will be on both shows, which she was prior to her supporting her boyfriend, Cien Almas. Dana Brooke is a curious case. Because Dana Brooke is athletic, she flips, she does all kinds of things. But y'all just don't see it for Dana. You refuse to see it for Dana. She's got big tits. She got a tight ass, and she got some blonde hair. Why can't Dana get where she needs to be? It's amazing to me. But Dana, as of late, has been doing motivational speeches before the beginning of live Raw shows. Ember Moon. I want to ask Booker T, how does he feel about the way Ember Moon is being booked as of late? Because Ember Moon is his alum from Reality of Wrestling. Ember Moon, since her debut last year sometime, should have touched a championship belt already. Or been in a championship picture heavy. You know what Ember Moon's doing right now? She's being bullied by Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose like two fucking high schoolers. She just got beat by Sonya Deville this past Tuesday in less than what? 60 seconds? Ember fucking Moon? That's a grown ass woman. She should be sitting back there being bullied by two bitches that she could beat up any time of the day in NXT. And have beaten them up in NXT. She's not part of the round court rule, so you'll see her once in a blue fucking moon. It was even shocking that she was on TV these past 2 weeks. Who knows what's going to happen now? Will it be an extreme match between her and Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose? Will they be using chairs? What's going to go on? And apparently, word on the street is Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose are going to be in a lesbian relationship for a storyline coming up here soon, because you know Sonya Deville's gay, and you know that rainbow and being gay and all of that is accepted and everyone's into it, and WWE universe loves watching girl on girl sexing it up. It happened before with Trisha Stratus and Mickie James. Ember Moon, travesty. Let's keep on going. Where is, we already talked about Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane and Asuka, two Asian talents, let me put that, they're Asians, who can't get ahead because somehow speaking English fucking matters all of a sudden in the WWE. Half these motherfuckers can't even make a promo. Half of them can't even get the words out. Let's not even talk about Ronda Rousey and her machine gun talking and stuttering and carrying on. But you put these two women with a fucking English woman who has the thicker accent than the law allows to speak for them, looking like she literally rose from the grave with these two colorful Japanese women. Are you joking? That's what you call Kairi Sane up for? To pair her with Asuka? You could have left her down there. And her and Io Shirai would have been going for the women's tag team championships had y'all not fucked it up and put it on the Iconics. Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans is going to be let me see. She's going to be I'm trying to find a word. Lacey Evans is going to be the one to usher in a re-emergence of the Diva as of late. 2019 Diva is going to be Lacey Evans. She's going to get that belt because right now she's working with Dana Warrior. They love what she's doing with this schnick. She can't wrestle for shit, but they put her up there because she looks good. She got long blonde hair. She got big tits. She's big, strong, looking like Charlotte. She got a little ass meat hanging out, and she curry favor in the back. Nothing more, nothing less. Even though that doesn't go with her Marine MP background, this is what y'all came up with. Act like a lady, and the woman's right is one of the worst finishing moves I've ever heard of or seen in action. We got Lana. Lana's never been a great wrestler, but Lana has been working on her craft. She's always worked on it. She was getting good too. But y'all, you know, her and Rusev are right now on break. Because Rusev is her husband, if you didn't know. They're on break. So you don't see Lana. Liv Morgan. Why did you break up the Riot Squad to put Liv Morgan over on SmackDown so we never see her again? Bayley called out Liv Morgan for her to come to the floor and give her what she got as an independent, singles wrestler. Y'all completely fucked that tweet and you're about to put Alexa Bliss back there. Why? She's young. She's got a Harley Quinn thing going on. She's cute. Give the bitch a chance. Mandy Rose, another one. Blonde hair, big tits, big mouth. She wrestles alright. Her flying knee is great. I'm not going to say it ain't. But Mandy Rose tried to fuck Naomi's husband, and now she's about to fuck Sonya Deville, and she's bullying Ember Moon. That's it. She was going to be a part of Absolution with, the manager of the Kabuki Warriors, Paige, but Paige's neck got snapped, so she couldn't do that. This is Mandy Rose. Gets plenty of TV time. Why? I wouldn't be surprised if Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, like I said, is going to be in a match with Ember Moon and Naomi. Because this past Tuesday, Naomi lost 2 times to Alexa Bliss. Did y'all realize that? But I didn't get to Naomi yet, so we're going to wait on that. Maria Canella, she's over on 205 Live. Y'all said 205 Live is doing great. I'm sitting here telling y'all, I glanced at it, but I haven't really watched it. Maurice is still signed. She's somewhere giving birth to more kids. Mickie James. Mickie James is only 38 years old. And she was being called old and elderly and grandma a whole lot last year. Mickie James was a women's champion and a divas champion. Mickie James still has a couple more championships in the bank, but she's been out on injury, so there's Mickie James. Naomi, I think she's a 2 times women's champion. You can't tell, the bitch just lost 2 times on one show on Raw against Alexa Bliss. Why? She lost on her own, and then she lost in the tag team with Natalya. That's that's 3 black women. There you go. Forgot to keep tally. Naomi should be touching that belt or in a deep feud with somebody right now. Y'all try to put her in a feud with Mandy Rose, but this ain't the Attitude Era, so you couldn't pull the trigger like you wanted and have them fucking in the middle of the ring like Edge and Lita. No, but you got as far as you can get, and after that, it just fizzled. So every time them two get together, we all got in the back of our mind, oh, you tried to fuck her husband. And that's really it. It didn't go nowhere. It fizzled. Natalya. Veteran Natalya. She won a women's championship, and y'all use Natalya to get over people, to train people. She's a workhorse. She's a member of the Hart family, a dynasty, just like Charlotte Flair. So why the fuck isn't Natalya on the same level as Charlotte Flair? If we talking family, did she peak? Are y'all not interested? She was just on SmackDown that's on Raw when Naomi losing. Why? Nia Jax. Another legacy. The Rock's cousin. When it's a big pay-per-view, The Rock's mom is in the audience. Nia Jax big. That's her shtick. She's 300 pounds of Samoan. Can't wrestle for shit. Everyone gets hurt. Now she's on hiatus because she finally blew out 2 joints. Either on her shoulders or on her knees. I already told y'all about Nikki. Even though she's still signed, I guess they do promotional press and stuff like that. Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross has a real thick accent too, like Becky. Nikki Cross got dark hair. She's short, thick, muscular. She ain't all that sexy. And I guess they figured she could be Alexa Bliss's frumpy friend, who's worshiping her right now for some odd fucking reason. And she just did just had a match, won, and now Alexa Bliss gets a championship match against Bayley because she went and did the work. Paige, she running around with the Kabuki Warriors, completely out of place. Ronda Rousey, you already know where she's at. Where's Ruby Riott? Ruby Riott was hurt, so she's been out rehabbing. But even when Ruby Riott was on TV, you all can't get past her look. You call her ugly, you call her weird looking. Ruby Riott's a damn good wrestler, and Ruby Riott is a damn good heel, and she's good on the mic, and she should be deep in a feud when she comes back. No question. Sarah Logan should have won that Royal Rumble instead of Carmella. Why not? She's new, fresh to the scene. Her husband's the War Raider. One of the husbands of her, one of the guys on the War Raider's her husband. You might as well put her with them and let them, go through the motions, because you're not doing nothing with Sarah Logan by herself. She's barely on TV. We all know Sasha Banks is through. Tamina is not a part, quiet as it's kept, is not a part of the Samoan dynasty. Tamina's father is Jimmy Snuka, but she's not a part of the. She's not a part of the family. She's considered a cousin, but she's not a part of the family naturally, and that's probably why, since Nia's not on TV, there's no need for Tamina to be on TV. Because you was looking at what was it called, the Samoan Slammers or whatever. But now Nia's broke, so she can't get a push. Y'all can't have Tamina running wild, fucking up stuff. No one wants to see Tamina. That's why, right? Oh, okay. It's a sad state of affairs. That's what it is. And then you got Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega is with Andrade Cien, and when he's there, she's there. When he's not there, you ain't gonna see her. That's it. He came, which is weird because she was seducing Apollo, and then he came out, beat Apollo up. You ain't hear nothing else about it. So now the matches are cut short. Now the feuds are childish and stupid. What is going on? So the only way to have a good, tough feud is to have Ronda Rousey there? Ronda Rousey got you to there. All you had to do was take the baton and continue on the finish line. You know what that tells me? It tells me that y'all didn't really give a fuck about women's wrestling. It was some type of women's empowerment agenda that y'all were pushing. And now that Ronda's gone, there's no agenda to push. That's terrible. That's really fucked up. You had the women's evolution only because they couldn't go over to Saudi Arabia. And you're not going to have another evolution for the women to display what they know and how to do. So I'm afraid for the NXT women. What's going to happen to Io Shirai? She speaks English for the most part, but not that great. So y'all not even going to give her the time of day. And by the way, 3 black women on the main roster. And they ain't doing shit. Bianca Blair should have been won that NXT championship. I don't know what's going on because right now they're pushing Mia Yim and Bianca Blair's jobbing to her. And I don't like Mia Yim. I don't understand her shtick. I don't understand this. I'm Korean and black and no one accepted me. And so now I'm going to be a Korean gangster. Don't like it. Don't care for it. There you go. Bianca Blair, I believe, is the only black woman in NXT. Mia Yim is mixed. So what do young girls have to look to see a representation of themselves if there is no representation of themselves on TV? If you're literally seeing Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Becky Lynch on Raw, Lacey Evans. Every now and then you'll pull somebody out the back, but the shit don't mean nothing. And then Raw, you got these 2 bitches bullying Ember. She goes out there, gets beaten under 60 seconds. Are you trying to destroy it all the way? Are you literally taking the legitimacy away from the women's division? Because the women's division is in a shambles. Even if the Kabuki Warriors win those tag team championships, who the fuck they finna fight? They're gonna get the tag team championships and they're not gonna be on TV. Just like the Raw men's tags and the SmackDown tags, just like the Intercontinental Champion, they're not gonna be on TV because who are they gonna wrestle? Who? Are you gonna pair Naomi with Natalya? Is gonna be a cat glow? Are you gonna put Ember Moon with Carmella? Because they both of them got a beef with Sonya and Mandy. There's no tag teams for them. There's barely any competition for Bayley and Becky stuck in this never-ending feud with Lacey, and there's no competition for Bayley. You don't even have no kind of faith in any of the SmackDown women to where you're pulling Alexa Bliss from Raw to feud with Bayley. I don't know. It's just disappointing, sad. Like what happened? Everybody thought the 4 horsewomen was gonna come clean house, and y'all was gonna put them against the 4 horsewomen of Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, Marina Shafir, and the other one, I forgot her name. It's terrible. What's going on? And the wild card rule is just a nightmare for these ladies, especially on the main roster. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys. You know, it's sad how after Ronda left, everything is a shit show. It's a shit show. And I don't see it getting any better. So maybe Paul Heyman over on Raw will shake things up, and the other one, I forgot his name, maybe he'll shake things up on SmackDown. Eric Bischoff. And give the girls real storylines. Something they can sink their teeth into, and something we can latch onto and watch them grow. Maybe. But as of 2019, the women's division is literally hanging off a cliff. And it's not going to be long before that bitch goes over and hits the rocks at the bottom. Listen, thank you for listening. Thumbs up and thumbs down this video. Give me some comments. What do you think? Is the women's division done? Can it be saved? Who knows? It's a sad state of affairs. I know that. Alright, y'all. This is Stephanie at Wrestling in Color, and I'll catch up to you later.